Okay, so that take like another data structure which is called queue. Okay, so queue is like waiting line. Okay, it's very similar. The principle of the queue is first in, first out. It's exactly the same thing. Um, Similar to the waiting line. Okay, so for example, over here we have four peoples. We have four people. So one of the people, the head of the people, they have to get into the house to do something. For example, maybe this house only can allow one people to do the laundry. Okay, for example, so this guy will get into the house and then will first get out. So it's very similar to the waiting line procedure in our daily lives, right? So first one getting to somewhere, and he will be the first one come out, right? So the same thing is the second one will come in and will first get in, get out, and current this one, okay, um, he will be the first one get in, right, and will be the first one get out. Okay, last one the same thing. Okay, so but if there's one um, new comer come to this line, where he should go, he should cut into the line or to the end. Okay, the answer, if we consider a scenario about waiting line, okay, normally people will go after the last person, right? So not in the head or not between. Okay, the one we want to do is we always go to the last. Okay, so this is a very similar about the queue. Okay, so first in and first out. Okay, we have three operations. Okay, it's very similar to the the stack, right? Stack has three operations. So the same thing for the queue, they have three operations. The first one we call the in queue. Okay, in queue means we want to we want to add one more items, or we call the node, to the queue. Okay, and the dequeue means we want to remove one node in the queue. Okay, the pick means we want to get one of the node. Okay, always be first one. Okay, so let's take a look. So the in queue, if we consider this is the waiting list, the waiting line. The in queue means we want to add one more. Um, we we want to add one more node. Okay, so over here we add a J in end of the line. Okay, for the dequeue we want to remove. Okay, so if we follow the principle first in first out, okay, the first of the line, the first of the line, he will out first. So this is we call the dequeue. And the pick means we want to check who will be the first in this line. Okay, so obviously the current line, the best will be the first one, right? So the same thing, we can implement this data structure using the linked list, right? The same idea, if we want to, for example, in this example, obviously this is a linked list. If we want to enqueue, which means we want to add new node in the end of the linked list. Okay, for example, we want to add one more, who is a team. Okay, so Obviously, this one is a previous, the last one, right? We need to make the last one to point to the new one, right? And for the DQ one, we want to remove the first node of the linked list. The first node is a base. Obviously, this is also the head of the linked list, right? And the peak, which means we want to know the first one in the peak.